Hello, welcome to episode 40 of the Islanders podcast. My name is James.
And my name is Daniel.
And my name's Ian.
Today we're going to continue on the second part of your Hsinchu food adventure. Do you want to talk about how it all started?
Yes. You may wonder what have I didn't give up yet?
Uh-huh.
Why didn't you give up yet?
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So it all started from the night.
Uh-huh.
The night right before my final exam.
Okay.
Actually, somehow I just couldn't fall asleep. So I lay on my bed for 3 or 4 hours. Then I gave up sleeping.
Uh-huh.
Gave us sleeping before the final exam.
Yes.
Normally people study till their final exam, but you couldn't fall asleep.
Actually, that subject is quite easy for me.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Even though maybe if I fail the exam, I may not be able to graduate from my college.
Okay.
But
so you still chill?
Maybe you felt pressured, so you couldn't really fall asleep. Or maybe the traffic was too noisy, you couldn't fall asleep, right?
Quite chill. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So I gave up sleeping.
Yeah.
So I found this book.
So, it's a book name of...
Do you want to tell them what the name of this
title
book is? So you want to tell the viewers what the name, also tell the listeners, like in English, maybe.
Yeah.
Oh, you can say it in Chinese first, right?
Its Chinese name is Fengchen Wei.
So it's
Fengchen is city of wind.
Yeah.
It's another name of Hsinchu.
Yeah.
Where?
It's like the taste. Right?
Yes. So the whole name of this book is like the taste of Hsinchu.
Mm-hmm.
The taste of the Wind City. Yeah.
So bland and not very tasty.
Uh-huh.
Right? Is it?
Actually, I bought this book 2 years ago when I was a sophomore.
Oh, really?
Okay.
I was so pissed off by the food in Hsinchu.
Yeah.
So I want to find some solution to solve this problem.
So you bought this book?
Yes.
And never flip a page of it?
Yes. Because I was so desperate.
Yeah, so desperate. Yeah, I can tell from your face expression.
But at night, since I have so much time before the exam, so I decided to read it.
Yeah, okay. There's something that caught my eye on this book, okay?
Yeah.
So on this book, it has, of course, the title and some illustrations of food of Hsinchu. But here in French, there is c'est la vie.
Wow.
C'est la vie, which translated in English means such is life. Used to express when you are very tired of something, when you are very, frustrated. You say c'est la vie, such is life.
Wow.
So I think this is...
I didn't know
I wanted to point this out to all of your listeners.
Is that like the core?
Actually,
it's an Easter egg.
Yeah, it's a it's written in desperation by the
author of the book. Yeah.
Yeah. So please do continue.
Yeah. So at that night I just read this book, and I would say it introduced so many restaurants I didn't know in this book.
Yeah.
So I start marking the restaurant recommended in this book, and I mark it in my Google Map.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then go to a food hunt of it. Yeah.
And then after my exam, I started my food hunt.
Uh-huh.
Yes, I visited them one by one.
So try every one of the shops written on the book.
Yes.
Oh, really? Wow.
So I want to share some food.
I also want to add that you actually invited me on this food hunt.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yes.
I politely declined because I thought there was nothing to be found.
Yeah.
So you went with it with another friend.
You are
right?
too pessimistic.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Call me a cynic.
Okay. So I would like to introduce some category of foods.
Okay.
The first one is traditional Hokkien and Hakka cuisines.
Okay. So it's like a traditional Chinese style
Like the southeastern part of China.
Yeah, southeastern part.
So a lot of immigrants from Taiwan are actually from that place in China.
Yeah.
So they brought a lot of food with them. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this food has existed for hundreds of years.
Definitely. Even in Taiwan, it's over 100 years.
Even thousands, I would say.
Yeah.
Maybe one.
Yes.
Yeah.
So the first food I want to share with you is taro rice noodle soup.
Okay. Taro rice noodle.
So taro is kind of root vegetable.
Yes.
Okay. It's a little bit the closest thing I think to it's like potato. Something.
But it's like
potato. Yes.
It's like a purple yam. Like yams in America.
More like yam,
if you don't know what taro is. It's basically it's purple.
Yeah, it's purple.
And its texture is like potato, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this dish it use wider rice noodle, not a thin one.
Thin one, yeah.
Yes.
It's a bit flat, yeah.
And they are seasoned with peppers and scallions crisps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So like the wider rice noodles.
Yeah,
it's a little bit like fettuccine.
Okay.
If you eat pasta, I think that's just something for the foreigners to understand what concept this is. Yeah. Seasoned with peppers. What kind of peppers? White peppers. Yeah.
Yes.
In Taiwan, we use a lot of white pepper powder.
In our soups, in soups.
Right? Yeah. So our soups, they taste like they have this very special. It's not spicy. It's like it clears your nose, right? When you're sick, when your nose is blocked, and you take a lot of white pepper.
So white pepper is a spirit of Taiwanese cuisines.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. I don't know really how to.
It should be
how to describe the taste because it's not spicy. It's like
a little salty,
tingling, it's a very special spicy taste. Spicy, like, as in like spices, not spicy.
Not spicy, but spice. Yeah.
Yeah, not chili spicy. Yeah.
So
and scallion crisp. Right? Scallion crisp is just crisp. Fried.
Actually, they're fried. Yeah, and dried. So it is very tasteful.
The fragrance is quite strong.
Yeah. And we put it into soups, so make the soup more flavorful.
Yeah.
Yes. So these rice noodles are also served with steamed fluffy taro.
So it's like steamed potato. I think the texture is like that.
They cook it until it just breaks down. Right?
Yes.
The taro just breaks down. Yeah.
So the texture is very good.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So how did you enjoy this? Do you like this one?
Actually, there's a restaurant I recommended. It's in Eastgate Market.
Eastgate Market.
The soup is quite favorable.
Okay.
Yes.
So the market, it says it's called Dongmen Market in Chinese, and so it means East Gate. East City Gate.
Yeah.
Yes, and it is actually an old market. And then they changed it into like sort of food court. Part of it is a food court right now.
Yeah.
So we have a lot of different cuisines, like Japanese or like Cantonese or like even Thai cuisine.
All kinds of foods.
I've even seen Tibetan.
It's
cuisine.
one of the better places to go.
To have food in Hsinchu,
Yes, it's a hot spot.
One of the better, yeah.
So another food I want to share is also rice noodle, but this one is steamed rice noodles and fried rice noodles.
Fried? Actually fried?
Not deep fried.
Stir-fried, yeah.
Stir-fried. Stir-fried.
Do you like steamed better or fried better?
I prefer the fried one.
Yeah, me too.
Me too. Yes. I prefer fried one too. They fried the rice noodles, stir-fried the rice noodle with some like pork,
a little shrimp pieces, and then
made it.
It's very flavorful.
Yeah, it's like a traditional cuisine in Hsinchu. Yeah, I like that very well.
So you had in last episode you had already know why Hsinchu has so much rice noodles because of the strong wind in winters. Yes.
But I think like stir-fried rice noodles, it's actually very. It takes a lot of skill to make that very good.
Yeah,
to make the simple food very good. It's just like fried rice. Fried rice could be very, very bad if it's not well made. And I think the fried rice noodle is the same concept of it.
So the recipe is very important.
Yeah, but once if you're some of the food sauce and seasoning, once you nail it, you can replicate it very easily.
Very easily.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ingredients are very easy. Yeah. It is very commonly sold in Chenghuang Temple, Chenghuang Temple, and the market, right?
Yeah.
Because there are multiple stores that sell the same thing.
But there's something strange is that I've tried a lot of different kind of stir-fried rice noodles in Taiwan, a different part of Taiwan. But in Hsinchu, it should be famous for the fried rice noodles. But the fried rice noodles, nothing special here. I think not even past the average.
Because the most rice noodles are produced in Hsinchu, maybe.
Yeah, so they don't make them well. I don't know.
Yes.
I just never find that.
Maybe
very
it's the
good.
Hsinchu.
It's Hsinchu. It's just Hsinchu quality.
Hsinchu is horrible. Okay. The next one.
The next one.
I think it's quite interesting. I really like this also.
Deep fried meatball.
Yeah. It's not the kind of meatball that you find in IKEA. Okay. It's a different one. So
like traditional Taiwanese food.
So it's like it's very hard to describe it, right? So it's got a slimy texture on the outside. So it's covered with a flour. a pastry,
Flour from a pastry,
something like
yeah.
a pastry.
Yeah, and put
then
meatball inside.
We have meats, just
Yes.
minced meat,
Minced
and then
meat.
outside when you cook it, it turns like almost transparent
Yeah.
and has a very slimy texture. I don't really know how to describe it
that.
with the food that for easier for foreigners to understand.
Yes.
And they put the flour slime. They fried them, and they'll become a bit crispy on the outside,
and transparent, which is special.
Special, yeah. Very good. It's cute, and mostly they're served with a kind of sauce that is sweet and a bit
Some
spicy.
A pink sauce,
that pink sauce,
which is I don't know what it's made of.
yeah. I think the color is a bit scary for if you haven't tasted pink sauce before, but
but the taste
is
good.
really good. Yeah.
And the meat in this meatball is red.
Oh, it's
Yes.
red.
Sometimes it's red. Sometimes it's
But
just normal meat color. I think
normal
it's
meat
colored with something special, right? What is
The
it?
meat are pickled with red.
It's a
leaves.
red substance.
Yes,
so
red substance.
Red leaves. Yeah.
That stuff is when you make wine or something.
Yeah, it's like
Yes.
When we make rice wine, and
rice
what's
wine.
left of
Grain.
what's left of that, right?
yeah.
It's a type of grain.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay.
And the next one is the most famous one.
Meatball soup.
Yes, meatball soup.
meatball soup. So,
Yes.
like Taiwanese, especially the meatball in Hsinchu is they are made in the process. They will batter the meat
Into mash.
into minced.
So it's chewy. It's not
Very
like
chewy.
the ones you eat at IKEA, like I
Yeah,
said
yeah,
before.
yeah.
It is very chewy,
Chewy,
and it's
yeah.
like
and very juicy. And most of the
very
time,
juicy,
they
yeah.
put like part of the
a little bit fat inside.
Yeah, it will be chewy after cooked
Mhm.
and juicy after cooked. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. So it can even bounce like a ping pong ball.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then there was something funny that happened when we were preparing this episode, right?
Yes.
So Daniel was in charge of writing the part of this
Okay.
episode.
Yeah.
So you may wonder why does the pork bog in Hsinchu so famous?
Yeah, that was the story I was going to talk about. I haven't finished it yet. So Daniel was in charge of writing
Yes.
the
The
script, yeah, for this episode.
Yeah.
And then I think we were talking about this meatballs, right?
Yeah.
And he wrote in our notebook, he wrote pork ball.
Pork ball. It's like because
ball,
the meat
yeah.
are pork.
The meat is made of
It's made of
pork.
pork.
So I think he didn't know how to describe it in English, so he wrote pork ball. And
So-
I really politely told him that it actually means something else in foreign culture, in
Yes.
America or in other places in the world.
I don't know that as well. Yeah. So
Yeah. So it's not pork balls.
Pork
Okay.
balls.
It's
Meatballs.
It's kind of
Meatballs.
meatball. Yeah.
Yeah.
Meatball made
there's-
of pork.
Yeah, made of
There's
pork.
nothing with
It's nothing to do with balls.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So you may wonder why do Hsinchu has so famous for meatball?
Yeah.
The rumor has it that in Qing Dynasty in Taiwan, there's a filial son.
Filial son.
Yes, and his mother is so old and she was toothless, so she couldn't bite meat. But her son want to because the mother want to
Yeah, I guess give her some nutrition for proteins.
and the taste of meat.
I'll taste some meat. Yeah.
So this son tried to produce the first generation of meatballs in Hsinchu, and some merchandise found out that this meatball is quite good, so they just replicate this recipe. And
Okay. So he wanted to let his old mother, eat meat, right?
Yes.
But she couldn't chew the regular meat, so he made it into meatballs, and then some merchant decided to sell it everywhere and became famous, right?
Yeah. It's hard for me to believe in this story.
Yeah, because first of all, I think it's harder to bite into a meatball than regular meat.
I said rumor has it.
Take it with a grain of salt, a very big grain of salt.
You can just minced meat. It's very good for people without tooth.
It might be the story made up by like merchandise.
Okay.
Yeah, we always try to put a story behind
the brand story or something. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
So the next one,
Next one is duck cookings.
duck cuisines.
Cuisines.
Yeah. Okay.
And the first one is duck rice, which
duck
contains special gravy and smoked duck meat.
And most of it, they put some fat I think it's oil, like duck oil.
Grease.
Duck grease. Yeah, duck grease.
Duck fat.
Duck fat.
Into
when you mix that with rice, it's
very good. Yeah,
Yes.
yes, it's good. I think it's
sort of a delicacy in
Yeah, in
Hsinchu.
Hsinchu
Like
is
we
good.
have
Yeah.
ducks and rice and
Yeah, but it's very strange that like duck cuisine in Hsinchu is quite good.
Yes.
I found 3 or 4 shops they serving duck cuisines, and their food quality is better among average. Yeah, above average. So
Yeah.
duck. Yeah.
I would say it's sort of a comfort food. So near the university, we have one shop that sells duck rice,
Yes.
duck and rice,
Yes.
and noodles, and
But that one
and
is
other
not
cooked like little like tempura or something.
Yeah.
And then when I have time, I eat it with some beer, and that is comfort food for me. It's one of the better ones here near the university. Yeah.
Your Oasis in Hsinchu.
Not
My-
always.
yeah,
I think like a bottle of water maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
So another duck cuisine I would like to share is stir-fried duck blood curdle.
Yeah, that one is.
Yes.
It's duck blood curdle sounds a bit scary, but
Yes.
actually it tastes good.
So duck
It tastes
blood
like jelly,
curdle
just like jelly.
is like pudding made of duck blood.
Uh-huh.
So the mouthfeel is quite smooth, and is normally the taste is normally sour and spicy.
Yeah, they put vinegar in that, so basically it tastes a bit sour, but it's very very good for serving together with white rice. Yeah,
Yes.
and it's really good. I can have like 2 or 3 balls of rice together with that fried duck blood curdle. Yeah.
So the next category I would like to share is localized Japanese food,
Japanese food. Okay.
because Taiwan was colonized by Japan.
Yeah,
once,
especially in Hsinchu City, a lot of it is built actually by Japanese.
Japanese. Yeah.
So in Hsinchu we have many Japanese restaurants, and we also have the so-called localized Japanese food. Because some restaurant in Hsinchu is famous for is tempura.
Tempura.
Yes, it's a food made from fresh fish mash and starch.
Sorry. Actually, tempura, or in Japanese, tempura means a kind of fried vegetables or foods in Japanese culture. But actually, we kind of take that name into Taiwanese. And localized. So tempura in Taiwanese or Mandarin means like the fish mash or starch kind of food, and they serve. It's like Japanese oden. If you have tasted
I think it's kind of like
oden.
pineapple pizza. So originally in Italy you won't find pineapple pizza, but in Taiwan we have
tempura. It's actually oden in Japan,
but it's not as bad as pineapple pizza.
Yeah. So it's the good version of it.
Yeah.
So actually, tempuras are kind of great. I think they serve with like a bit sweet sauce.
Yes,
a bit
sweet spice sauce.
Salty, sweet spice. Yeah, it's kind of good.
Yes.
Yeah, the soup served with them is mostly above average. Yeah.
So the next category is cuisines from mainland China.
Yeah, traditional Chinese food. Yeah.
Yes, because after 1949, came the governor and 3 million soldiers and their family moved to Taiwan.
It's like a civil war in
Invaded
mainland
Taiwan.
China, and part of them just fled to Taiwan.
Invaded Taiwan.
Invaded Taiwan, yeah.
So in Hsinchu, there are many soldier-dependent villages.
Yeah.
Yes.
So actually, the place where we record this is near a soldier village, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
It's for for veterans.
Veterans, yeah.
So veterans who retired from war, they built villages around. The government built villages for them to live here.
Yeah.
Okay,
And
so actually, the village near our house here, near the studio here, is called General Village.
Yes.
Most
So
of them are generals.
most of them are old veterans.
High-rank official.
Yes.
I think those veterans are now like in their 70 or 80s.
Probably some are passed away because this was a long time ago, but they still keep their houses for their families. So
because we have so many soldier-dependent villages here, so we have all kinds of beef noodle from different regions in China.
So they brought their food from their hometown in China. So stuff like beef noodles.
Yes.
Or like dumplings for Shandong, the part of Shandong province.
And like some Chuan Cai, some Sichuan, some cuisine from Sichuan.
everywhere in
China. You can find.
But the beef noodle is the most famous one.
Yeah. I think it's also a very iconic one in Taiwan.
It turned into somewhat like a Taiwanese cuisine.
Yeah.
But it was originally, I think, brought by.
I think Taiwanese
Chinese
people
soldiers.
like mix different kinds of beef noodles in China and like made one of ours.
Yeah.
And now I'm going to introduce some special desserts,
Okay.
which originate from USA.
Oh, USA. Really?
Because
Okay.
back to 1950,
50s. Okay.
USA decided to help the government to fight against
The
China.
communist, right? Yeah.
Yeah, communist. So US government provide Taiwanese with all kinds of necessities, which includes milk powder and flour. So from that time, bread worked into people's daily life.
Yeah, I think flour at that time is the main like aid of U.S. government. They give Taiwanese people lots of flours to make different kind of foods like noodles or like dumplings, like bread. Yeah.
Yes. So in Hsinchu, we have some very classic and famous bakery.
A bakery. Yeah.
Yes, but in those old bakery, you will see something that you won't expect it. You will not expect it. You in those bakery they also sell brined meat.
Brined meats.
Yes. Because some official from mainland China, they miss the cuisine from their hometown. So they decide to ask the owner of bakery to
made one.
Yes, made one.
Oh,
so
really?
in those famous bakery, they also sells brine meat seasoned with osmanthus flour. Yes.
Okay, so what kind of flour?
It's from Shanghai.
Oh, okay.
Shanghai.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, it's very special. I've never heard of it. So what does it look like?
It looks like normal brine meat, but it just the special part of this brine meat is seasoned
with that kind of flour.
Yes.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's special.
And besides the flour, the milk powder also resulted in another story, a story of 814 popsicles.
814 popsicle. I think this is one of the famous like the ice shop here in Hsinchu.
Yes.
I think it's near the Chenghuang Temple. Yeah, I think it's quite famous. They're very old, I would say. Yeah.
Yes, because at that time, in Hsinchu we had many Air Force base and US soldier.
Yeah.
So they provide a local merchant with some milk powders, and they use this milk powder to produce popsicle.
Oh.
So the milk content of this popsicle is relatively high.
Oh, so they use milk powders to make popsicles.
Yes.
Oh, I've never heard of that. Yeah. I would like to try some next time. Maybe I went to 814 the shop, ice shop to try some.
So the quality of this popsicle is
quite good. Yeah,
it's quite good.
Yeah, I think this is a traditional popsicle. It's not like the popsicle you can find in like convenience store or shopping mall. I think it's more local in Taiwan. The shape is also very 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 traditional, I would say.
Yes.
Yeah.
Because normal popsicle are only made of juice.
Juice, right?
Yes, juice. They don't have any milk
content in it. Yeah.
Yes.
They do sometimes. Almost always have milk content.
Yeah, there are a lot of kinds. I think that's modern popsicles, but like traditional popsicle in Taiwan.
Yeah, traditional popsicle.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much about my food hunt in Hsinchu.
Okay.
So are you satisfied with the after all you find all this, because try all these shops, have you satisfied with any one of them?
Are you satisfied with any one of them? I don't think you are. I
have to say that some restaurant is beyond my expectation.
Okay.
Okay.
The taste of
And that means good.
yes, it's
Yeah.
quite good.
Okay.
It's better than I expected.
Okay.
Okay.
Yes,
So do you have one last sentence you wanted to say?
yes. So I want to share some thoughts about my journey.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes, sometimes knowing the story behind these foods make them special and meaningful.
Yeah.
Yes.
Some.
So what you're enjoying is not only the food, but also the atmosphere of the ancient city.
Wow.
You can
Such
imagine-
beautiful words.
Yes, you can imagine that
Awesome.
your ancestor in this city was enjoying the same food with you.
Or hating the same food with me.
Yeah.
And I would argue that sometimes when you eat something, you don't have to understand the story to enjoy it.
The taste makes the point.
Yeah, if the
Okay.
story is worth more than the taste, then I think it's something to worry about.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, I agree with what you say here.
Yeah.
Actually, the story is also very interesting.
Yes, and I would say if you start searching the beauty of the city,
Yeah. And I say some of the cuisines. Yeah, it's quite good. Yeah, it's quite good.
yes,
Wow, how convincing from you guys. Wow, said with such conviction. Actually, I would like to end this episode with 3 words for you. C'est la vie. Such is life.
Such is life.
So,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Enjoy your food in your city.
okay,
We will definitely not. So we're going to see you next week.
yeah.
And remember to follow us on all our social media and Facebook, YouTube, and Spotify and all that good stuff.
Grab your
And then
best
tell
food.
us,
Yeah.
if you've ever been to Hsinchu, tell us what you think about
the
food in Hsinchu.
Yeah.
Or tell us how much better the food is in your city or in your
Yeah,
country.
yeah.
Okay?
Maybe like more. You will like Hsinchu's food more than us. Yeah.
And when you enjoy
When you
these
enjoy
food,
food.
remember to think about the story behind it. Goodbye.
Goodbye.